Good day guys, today we have HP15-AF series. We're going to replace the current hard drive and replace it with SSD. Basically what you need for the tools is 00 Phillips screwdriver. I've got my electrical and drill, which I'm going to be using to save time. Basically all you have to do is just remove the battery and all the screws from the back in order to open the compartments from the bottom in order to get access. There's two screws at the bottom of these little rubber things under the hinge, so remove that in order to get access to that. Removing the backer is a bit tricky. Basically you cave it in with your thumb while sort of doing that motions that you can see in the video. Just do that. Otherwise you can just use fancy tools like guitar picks and stuff like that to get access, but this is pretty easy. Just do as is shown in the video and you're pretty safe. That's your hard drive, and the one I'm going to replace it with going to be Samsung SSD EVO 850. They're pretty reliable, it's pretty fast and pretty cheap as well. Like in Australia it costs about 120 to 250 bucks, depends on where you're getting it from. Remove all the screws from the hard drive that holds the caddy, and all the screws from the side of the caddy. Yeah, just a quick tip, when you remove the screws, anything like that, just put them organized, because when you assemble them back together, it's going to be a bit of a pain to find out how it actually goes back in. There you go, that's your hard drive out, and the SSD goes in instead of that. Even though the current hard drive wasn't too slow, but it's just the specs of this laptop is way too bad, so I have to replace that with SSD. And as I said, it's pretty cheap, and you can always sell back your hard drive or replace it as a second hard drive by replacing a DVD player into a second bay, hard drive bay. Just put back all the screws, and yeah, just make sure they're secured. It's important sometimes if you've got a laptop that doesn't have these caddies that holds the bracket that holds the hard drive in place, it's pretty bad idea, because when you do bang the hard drive and whatnot, it tends to give the hard drive a shocks. But even if it's SSD, it's not a good idea to sort of be kind of like wobbly and yeah, just moving around inside. So just if you don't have the caddy, just use double-sided tape. Secure the hard drive. It's actually a good idea to use double-sided tape, because works as a cushion as well. So if you bang it, so that kind of like spongy feelings to the hard drive. Put all the screws back in. Yeah, as I said, it's important for the hard drive or the storage drives to be secured. Yeah, in this laptop you've got a DDR3 PC3L. There's two kinds, PC3L and PC3. So the ones you're going to be using is going to be PC3L, which is low voltage. So in my case, I removed the one slot and then replaced it with two matching PC3L 4 gig each memory. Always good idea to use the same speed, because if you've got one high speed, one lower speed, it kind of bottlenecks the speed, and the speed will be taken basically from your lower RAM modules, and that will be sort of like average out across you. Yeah, so this is the fan. If you want to clean that up, since you came this far, might as well just open two screws that holds it in place. And then with the cables, just don't pull it out using the cable, but instead just wiggle it like the one you see in the video. Wiggle it like that, side to side, till it comes off, and pull it out. As you can see, this fan is pretty nasty. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's bad, and that little accumulations of dust and particles have got a snowball effect later on. If you put in this area, that clogs the vents, the fan vents pretty badly later on. But this wasn't that bad. I mean, you still had some, this hair follicle kind of materials and whatnot that kind of stuck in the vents, but it still was alright. So I'm actually right now opening the heatsink. That's the heatsink that takes the heat out of your CPUs and take it to the fans, and fan will spit it out. There's 4 screws for that. Remove that, and that's your CPU. In this case, it's inbuilt, but yeah, just remove all these residues of thermal paste that kind of dries out over time. As you can see, it's never a good idea to have a dry thermal paste. That would not take the heat out of your system, and that's why the laptop heats up most of the time. And this is because it's a liquid, it needs to be replaced or serviced once in a while. So I've got my own thermal paste. I just bought it off eBay. It was about $10, and it lasts me forever. I don't know how many laptops I've used it on, but it still looks pretty full. Just use good amounts, spread them across the CPU evenly. Don't over put them, because that would overspill over the CPU, and yeah, it's never a good idea. Put back all the screws. The assembly is the same way as disassembly, just in reverse basically. Yeah, if you know how to, if you already know watching this video how to disassemble, it's pretty much the same steps to assemble them back together. First of all, put these 2 screws, and then we're going to give it a quick test to see how things are before we carry on and do the full closure of the back bottom cover. So this is it that I put in. I already had Windows 10 pre-installed, which I do that always. It just saves me time. But if you don't have the Windows 10, you can always buy them off eBay. It's about $10-15 Windows 10 pre-installed and pre-activated. So make sure you don't get the correct version. It's never a good idea. Alright guys, have fun, and